Hey guys, Elite Legionario here. Today I'm bringing you a 2 versus 2 on Rome Total War. This time I shall be in command of the Scipii Romans, my ally down here, Augustus consuls of the VVV clan, not sure if it's a clan or whatever. He's in command of the Seleucids. His opponent, Eyedrops, in command of Macedon, and my opponent, Micheal Scarn, is in command of Carthage. So my force consists of one urban cohort as my general. Only reason I brought one of them is because I was having a very small infantry contingent, so I wanted a decent infantry unit in there. And I've got 3 units of legionary cohort, which are good anyway, but the urban's just there to be a tough unit to make the battle last. Got 2 non-upgraded Roman archers, and I've got 6 units of gold Praetorian cavalry as my main force. So not really traditional Roman army, but just another variant. Well, my infantry are also gold. So he's going to bring in about 6 gold sacred bands, 5 gold sacred band cav, and a couple of silver coiny infantry. He's going to receive a bunch of peeler though from my guys, and he's completely going to absorb it all. This unit's nearly been cut in half. Now he's going to come forward. I'm easily going to win the cavalry fight, which is exactly what I want. I want to quickly acquire cavalry supremacy of the field, and I'm going to very quickly get it. So here he's going to attempt to outmaneuver me, but I easily just bring in units from out here. And my infantry are strong enough to hold the line against his superior infantry, but I have a much needed cavalry supremacy of the field now, so I'm going to complete this attack on his sacred band cavalry. And end it very quickly, destroying his cav. And now I'm going to complete hammer and anvil strikes on the rest of his army basically, and I'll rout this very powerful chunk of sacred band cav over here. So they get a bit snagged up on these sacred bands here, but they're not in formation, so they don't do that much damage, so I'm going to pull out of that though anyway. Here I'm going to get these Coeni infantry. They're the weak link of this army, and they could cause a chain rout if I do it right, and they have, as you can see. Now I'll come in here, over here to my infantry that have been freed up on the right, and that pretty much closes the Carthaginian player down for this battle. So he admits defeat, and my Scipii army succeeds in overcoming the Carthaginian army, so good game to Micheal Scarn. So over here, there's the Carthaginian general just getting cleaned out as he tries to flee. Over here, the Macedonian player decides to go for a full-out assault with his cavalry against these cataphracts, but he has not managed to pin them all. So what will happen is he's going to be outflanked. Now he's doing quite a bit of damage to these cataphracts because he's got a lot of numbers down on them, but now he's going to be outflanked and encircled by these cataphracts. So my allies' cataphracts will make extremely short work of these companion cavalry. I think there were 6 of those, and looks to be 6 cataphracts. There's also a royal pikeman in the unit providing support, but it's not really, it's all messed up and it's not being of much use. So these cataphracts is going to munch these companions to pieces. Over here, there's a wee bit more room for these companions to work, but they're still getting beaten. So basically, the cataphracts make extremely short work of these companions, but in typical fashion, these I'm not sure what infantry they were. They're silver shields, no match for royal pikemen, and they will not win the infantry fight. In a typical Macedonian Seleucid battle, this is quite common. If you're fast enough with your royal pikemen, you can beat their silver shields, and then it's sort of like royal pikemen versus cataphracts, which is usually the royal pikemen's favour if you can make sure that there's not too many cataphracts left. So pretty even between these two so far, but really because I'm on my way, the Macedonian hasn't really got much chance. And we have an enormous cavalry supremacy of the field. He's got all his cataphracts, and I've still got all mine. and I've got enough infantry left to effectively preoccupy most of his. So we're pretty dominant. I think ultimately when you're using Roman armies, urbans and praetorians together is like super overpowered. But if you're just using one of them in an army, it's a bit more even. Praetorians are certainly not historically accurate, but they're not the best cavalry in the game. Obviously cataphracts are actually better, but I'd put them in second place. Or about even with Cappadocians, although, yeah, probably about even with Cappadocians. But I think they're a little more successful than Cappadocians, but they would say they were pretty even. But it basically just makes Rome just really, really too powerful in a lot of ways, because they've already got fantastic heavy infantry. These urban cohorts are just brilliant, but overpowered again. So that's why I only use one or two. I'd only use more than that if I were up against a player I knew to be a lot better than me, and I thought I'd need them. And perhaps if I was playing a 31k game because everyone else brings them, and then I'd probably just think I'd have to have them. So I was kind of bringing my cavalry to help, but as you can see, these cataphracts actually beat these royal pikemen head on pretty much. They're depleted, plus the cataphract mace is just incredible when used correctly. They can be relied upon to do a good job. So the archer duel is going to go the way of these Cretians, obviously. But I've got my archers in here as well. I just grabbed a couple of archers because I had some excess money and I couldn't put them any of the upgrades really on anything much, so I just grabbed a couple of archers to basically keep any missile units they might have had busy in any fight I might have had, but the Carthaginian really didn't have any. And these Cretians receiving a few shots from mine. So as you can see, I lost pretty much no infantry really, no more than 20 at tops from one unit, but most of them only lost about 3 or 4 men each. So it was pretty much, I dominated that field of the battle, and now we've just got complete cavalry supremacy in numbers. He's not going to win, obviously. So these cataphracts just go straight in here. But I'm going to come and support as well, just in case they get their bikes down in time. But over here, because this has happened, the backs of these royal pikemen are done. This unit of legionary cohort comes in fine. This legionary's not actually, well, it's not losing badly, it's just having a bit of trouble, but they just got hammer and anvil, so that's fine. And that ends the Macedonian player pretty much. We'll rout him down, or run him down. So me and Augustus consuls fairly dominated this fight, but it was a good fight, but we had pretty much dominated everything about it. We had cavalry supremacy, which played a really important role, and obviously that brought us our victory. So I had 810 men, got 1,042 kills, and there's 651 men left. Augustus consuls had 1,100 men, he got 1,015 kills, and he had 423 men left. And the Eyedrops, he had 1,395, got 824 kills and 121 remaining, and Micheal Scarn 838, 148 kills and 36 men remaining. So there's statistics. Obviously the Urbans did really well, all the Legionnaires did really well as well, but this is about the Praetorian cavalry. As you can see, some of them got 217, 100 there, 124, but all of them did well over carried their weight really well, and even the archers got a few and they had no upgrades or anything, so pretty limited role for them though. But anyway, good game to those three guys. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.